Okay.
I
Hi, everybody. It's another Sunday night, and that means only one thing. It's time for some good red. So, Jeff and I appreciate everybody who hangs out with us, popping in and watching on replay. Um, we had somebody already waiting for us a little while ago. Ange came in. Hello, Ange. Thanks for being here. Moira just popped in. Judith is here. And Fatima, I hope, or Fatima, I hope you and Odelia had a wonderful time at the wedding yesterday. Thanks for being here. And Amanda, I want to know who you want to go see in concert. That sounds fabulous. So I hope you had a great time at the concert. And I was just telling Jeff backstage, I just found out a little while ago that, we lost Shannon Doherty. We lost a lot of people yesterday. Richard Simmons, we lost Shelley Duvall, I heard. I don't know if it was yesterday for her, but that week, Dr. Ruth. So yesterday was one hell of a day for a
mm,
lot of. I mean, it was just like, what the hell were the planets and, the alignments and everything? Holy cow. So, but we're all going to be taking deep breaths moving forward and focusing on staying grounded and still, we got this. We all got this. So, Jeff and I are now. Jeff, are we going to do our typical share? I have a poem that was working on today. It may have a little tweaking later on during the week, but there was something that I wanted to share. Did you have something that you wanted to share
uh yeah, I did.
to start?
Um this is called this this is from my first book. Um this is called let me just see. It's called Worldwide Lobotomy. You're looking for a new start where you can be out of yourself. Unfortunately, it won't work to venture or go very far. You possess the shame, you carry baggage as if it were extraneous cargo. Still, they tell you it's got to go on its maiden voyage, each time never reaching the port of call, sunk by freight to the bowels of hell. Maybe you shouldn't stray unless you're certain the destination reaps rewards. But without that sense of adventure and appreciation of the promises of the unknown, you can never let go. Somewhere not far from home, dawn climbs dawn climbs over a restless night, yielding to a day where the mind has autonomy, where your alarm call is a worldwide lobotomy.
Oh wow, yeah, it's kind of like we're feeling right now, huh? Everything. I was like, perfect poem. Oh yeah, some crazy times we be living in. So let's making sure I didn't miss anybody. So everyone's just saying hello to each other. Before I go ahead, you saw the Steve Matthews Band Journey. You saw it. Well, it's not the real Journey because you don't have Steve
who's
Perry.
Steve? Who's Steve Matthews? Oh,
But
oh,
Steve Matthews, is that Steve Matthews or Dave Matthews? I don't know about a Steve Matthews Band, but Def Leppard, whole girl, I saw them back in the day and they were fab. Rick Allen was my inspiration when I wanted to learn drums. And I was told, no, you can't learn drums. You're not any good, and you're a girl. Just go play your flute. And I was like, what? Then I learned about Rick Allen. I'm like, wait a minute, he drums with one hand, with one arm. So, yeah, definitely love Def Leppard. They're a part of my history. Um, so, just before I go ahead and read my share, um, maybe it's Dave. I think it was ungodly hot. Yeah, I heard it's been really hot all over the place. So, yeah, Dave Matthews Band. I remember them from when I was in my 20s. Yeah, Jane actually got to meet Dave Matthews, and she shows a picture of it every now and then of her with a picture taken of Dave Matthews back in the day. So fabulous. And hello, Miss Nancy, a Crohn's Intuition. She just finished a show a little while ago with Viviani, Scott Scorpio, and Jackie Tacaranda. And so now getting ready to enjoy some chicken wings. Enjoy, my dear. Yeah, that sounded like an amazing concert. And hey, Jules Niner. Hey, Jules. What's going on, girl? Um, so for tonight, Jeff and I are going to open up the. I'm going to go ahead and read first what I wanted to bring to the table tonight, and then we can do either if someone wants to throw out a writing prompt, or if you would like a card or two pulled, and a poem written to go along with that card for a reading. So think about what y'all would like. It's all individual. It doesn't be one or the other. I'll keep an eye on the best of my abilities as I read, because I got it's kind of like a whole page. So, alrighty. I love this life. Me too. It's one of my favorite shows. So Jeff and I appreciate everybody's support again every week, coming to hear our poetry and to keep supporting both our channels and our creativity, our artistry. And so, okay. Again, this is pretty much whole. I might go back a little bit later on and change up just a few words, but this will be fun. Reading my handwriting. It's usually after I'm done, I like to print so I can see clearly, but let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Smoke and mirrors, veils of mosaic mist, glow and shimmers. Flesh and spirit begins to remember. Memories dance to a Spanish guitar. Nylon strings murmur, swept up into the fray of tattered silk ribbons of ecstatic nostalgia and bone-deep betrayal, blinded and folded in fractals of multicolored skeins of gray, excuse me. I recoil from the light shining through the slivers of my soul wounds, immersing into the shroud of my own umbra, searching for elusive lines etched in the sand, always shifting, erasing, and redrawn, like the new moon withdrawn, void of course, moving across the sky, collecting stars like pieces of 8 across the celestial chessboard, a pawn moving to become one with her own sovereign queen, a dream bought sight unseen. I pick a star and plant its seed within the depth of my soul, feeling the roots take hold and begin to grow, finding their way home through the labyrinth of lifetimes ancient and old. A new bud begins to grow, drawn upward by a silver cord. Spider Woman guides me to weave my words and speak my spells from within my precious pearls contained within this muse of a shell. So it's a little at the end, but I like most of it. So that's what I've got for tonight with my poem. I was really happy with that one, so I just got to go and tweak a few, and I'm excited. So, alrighty. It was a great concert, worth every penny. Though the lead singer isn't Steve Perry, the guy did great and sounded just like him. There was a video recently. Steve Perry was at a baseball game or something. I think it was baseball. It was some sports game. And of course, you know how they played the music and they started playing the Journey song, Don't Stop, Believing. And people realized he was there. And when they kind of focused on him, he got up to his feet, went down in the aisle, and was telling everybody, "Come on, sing with me." So I was like, "Oh, the fans must have just what a treat," because he doesn't really do a lot of any of that anymore. He's he doesn't perform much, and the joy on his face, having everybody singing the song, with him and to him. It was a beautiful little video to catch. Thank you, Ange. and love Steve Perry. I have all the old Journey on vinyl, and I like two of his solo songs too, Foolish Heart and Oh Sherry. Those are 80 staples, you know. So was there any more other poems, or you want to open up the floor?
We can open up the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what deck did you bring tonight?
What did I bring?
Yeah, usually we ask what decks you're going to be using.
Oh.
Yeah. What
okay.
decks?
Okay, so okay. When you say decks, and actually it's funny because Smoke and Mirrors was a prompt, and it was the first word of your poem, or words, and it was a prompt just in my show, the pre-show before this.
Oh,
I'm using the Art Nouveau, the Golden Art Nouveau tarot. I saw an Irish Granny tarot, but I kind of regret it now, not for the images, but only because
let's take a look at these cards and see what you got.
Some of these cards don't have the names on it. Like, I think last night I drew something when I was reading on Trump that was something like this, and I didn't know if it were the Hierophant or the Emperor.
Okay.
So I am like thinking to myself, yeah, I got the Rider-Waite down pretty well, you know. And then there's like a mix. There's like one card that has the Scales of Justice. It's not pronounced. But I mean, like this, for instance, to me, when I first look at it, mistakenly with the flowers or whatever, I'm thinking, and the crown on her head, I'm thinking Empress. It's not. It's obviously Queen of Wands. Yeah. So, you know,
with Snuffles.
I like the feel of the deck. I like the I don't know if it's like holographic or just trying to be holographic, but I like
that.
I like it. So
it's similar to another deck. It's similar to another deck that has gold in it, but it's called Golden Era. And I don't think that's the deck, but I know a lot of tarot decks, people love the gold sheen, and that's becoming very popular in a lot of the new tarot decks that are coming out when they get redone over. But yeah, Nothing Gold Can Stay, my favorite poem of all time. And so for me, in honor of my girl Shannon, I'm reading out my witch oracle. A woman in total control of herself. So I'll be pulling cards and writing poems from this deck in her memory tonight. So, alrighty. So if anybody would like a reading with a poem, or if you just want to throw a prompt out to Jeff and I to write something, let's get going. Let's get this party started. Now grab my piece of paper, take a quick sip of what's left. Okay. Chad's a little quiet tonight.
Wow.
Nothing. So if you would like, okay, so what Jeff and I are opening up to do. Oh, prompt. Okay. Fatima threw in a prompt called Warehouse. And okay. So we have a prompt and we have a reading from Amanda. So the prompt is a warehouse. Interesting, Fatima. Oh, I'm trying so hard to make sure I pronounce your name properly. So what card do I get to go with? Warehouse. I see the word warehouse and I think of a store that used to be around here called Men's Warehouse. I see men in their suits. Ooh, so for me, for the prompt, I pulled the Labyrinth Walker. And I mentioned the word labyrinth too in my poem tonight. So there she is. And that'll be my card. to go with warehouse.
Queen of Cups reversed is what I got. But let me just show it to you upright.
Okay. Fabulous. Oh, did I? Oh, hold on a second. There we go. I was looking at Judith and highlighting her question. Very nice. I like her face. Yeah.
There are some twists on it, like with the baby and whatever, but
Very interesting. So, okay, Judith, I will star you. Thank you, Amanda. So I'm going to go. I had a little bit of fun with this one, Fatima. So you chose warehouse, and I got the Labyrinth Walker. This is hovering. So beware of the walker in this house. She leads through empty corridors, scented with Victorian lavender, a labyrinth of twists and turns. Stepping through an open doorway, timelines begin to blur. Are you sure this is where she was? A mist is all that remains. And that's what I have, Fatima. Thank you. That was fun. Thank you.
Okay, I got one.
As he giggles or he chuckles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, so it was the Queen of Cups reversed. Skulking in the night, she crossed a policeman's path, whom she knew by light of day, that same abandoned warehouse where her soul was sold. She came to know this man who would graduate from the academy and become a man not of the cloth, but of the law. So that when he was undercover, she caused a kerfuffle when that warehouse was a brothel.
Kerfuffle and brothel. Hey, 2 words that they rhyme. But I like how you said instead of becoming a man of the cloth, he became a man of the law. I like that. I like that play. Very cool. All righty. So we have, and Fam says, very good, Jeff. I know.
Thank you,
I really like that man of cloth to the man of the law. I like that. Now I got the word kerfuffle in my head. Today's show is brought to you by the word kerfuffle. So, yeah, Amanda likes it. So, rave reviews all around. Alrighty. So let me just go in and unstar here and Tropical Amanda. I call her Tropical Amanda. Tropical Empress. Amanda. She says, if you would want to do a reading for me, please. Yeah, if you want to do a reading for me, please. Of course. And I already pulled a card for you. And Jeff, you're not going to believe this. When you started the show and you read from your poem, maybe remember how you mentioned a maiden journey?
Yeah.
In your poem?
Mm-hmm.
I kid you not.
Oh no, my God.
Maiden journey. So Amanda, this is your card. Oh, the glare. Well, these cards are really glossy. So she's on her magic carpet, flying with her geese in the air. So maiden journey. And I'll leave that up if Jeff wants to share his card.
All right, so I'll go first. The word that I heard for you was tentative, Tropical Empress in spirit. I heard the word tentative, and I got two cups cards and one coin card for you, but I did get 2 8s. So what I'm thinking is when 7s are about plans and 8s, to me, there's when someone has an 8 life path, I associate it with money. Not, and that's not respective to the fact that these cards are about coins, or one of them is. But I got the 8 of coins for you upright. I got the 6 of cups reversed, and then I also got the 8 of cups reversed. So what I'm wondering is if in your career or in career choices that you've made in life, you've stuck to maybe things that are more monotonous, that don't show a level of creativity that you might have, or a level of that don't bring through your own elemental capability. Meaning, like when I got the 8 of coins upright, yeah, okay, he's industrious, yeah, he in its work, but it's repetitive work. To me, it can be in the regular Rider-Waite, like making license plates in prison. That's what I get from it. So I'm wondering if someone told you, because with the 6 of cups reversed, I'm wondering if either someone told you or you maybe had a vocational sort of education where it was like predominantly geared toward math or science to the exclusion of something else. And it didn't nurture what you needed it to nurture as far as creativity, because I feel either your parents or someone else almost, I won't pushed you into something, or you felt you could only do, I won't say one thing, but one type of thing. And then now it's the type of thing where you have, because with the eight of, you can't let go of it and walk away from it. You're kind of stuck, either for financial reasons or because you feel you're too old or you can't do anything else or whatever. Don't feel that way. It's never too old to branch out and like diversify, is what I'm hearing. So what I get from you, so they say, you took their advice and most of the time you had it their way. This is the opportunity. No one's following you around, no one to lead you by the nose or point you in a direction to tell you how it goes. Now you must walk the plank alone. Even with a balancing act, you're still never far from home. So what I'm saying to you is, those things that you didn't get as a kid that would have nurtured that talent to maybe have been something different or cultivated an interest you might have had, I would say try to do it. And that's what I got for you. I hope it resonates. Okay. All right.
I'm muted.
So Tropical Empress Spirit, like, do you feel that you were pushed into something that you felt had to be a fallback because you didn't want to be a Playboy model? I mean, I'm not going to be intrusive and ask this for entertainment purposes only, but do you feel as if like you could have done something else other than, well, this is so pejorative a question. It's like, do you feel as if you could have been something other than a Playboy model? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just asking you if like they had other, not that they had to have other aspirations for you, but did you, were you into that sort of thing, or like, I mean, does that, don't even answer, you know what? Don't even answer, that's private. Just tell me if the reading resonated based on what you're telling me now. Because I mean, Heather's going to read for you too, and I want it to be like even as far as the information we give you. Hi, Tom.
Okay, Amanda. What is the crystal? It's actually not a crystal, Judith. It is a dichroic glass piece that a friend of mine, Amanda, bought for me. Oh, about, I must have had this for about 8 years or so at an art fair. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. So let's see, Amanda, I'm just going to show you again your card one more time. So we have the Maiden Journey, and I'm going to read the poem, and then I'm going to read what the message from the book. And I did bring them up early. Oh, so we got not just not just Bill, but we also have Tom. So hello, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. So I might have been close to something. Okay. So I wasn't able to listen. Waiting tables was my parents' idea for the money. I didn't want to do it, but my parents needed the money. I created a YouTube channel and looked at starting a business in real estate. Oh, how interesting.
So that is where you are now. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's see. Maiden Voyage. That sounds very. So I'm going to read you the poem, Amanda, and then I'm going to share with the book because I love a lot of her writing in this book.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Maiden journey into the lightness of being, letting go of where the river flows, waves of memories upon the wind. Time is a Persian rug, feeling, filling an embroidered hollow, allowing your soul to follow. And so that was the poem that I had for that. You wanted to be a cop of CSI and go into the military. Oh, wow. Well, I was able to do so. His man was, oh, okay. Well, is it never too late? Um, but yeah, if I had an, I'd be interested in going back to forensics. So Maiden, I mean, I'm Maiden, Amanda, it says here, this is a journeying moment, whether you're on a spiritual quest, journeying into a new venture. So there we go with the business or relationship, or actually planning a trip. This moment encourages you to take stock of where you've been and where you are going. Often in the middle of a journey, we lose sight of the bigger picture, easily caught up in the details. As our flying carpet will tell you, this is time to soar up and higher to get a broader perspective. What is the purpose of your current journey? Where did you start? And what is the shape of its conclusion? Let your heart move up into the clouds to get a bat's eye view of the course you are charting. A witch knows that preparation is an important part of the journey. So if you're starting out, take care to gift yourself with the supplies and support you will need. So again, this goes right along with starting your business, um, your venture. I don't know if this is still something that you want to do, but it looks like it's the cards are are measuring, not measuring up to it, but aligning up to it, lining up to it. But a witch also knows that no matter how much she prepares, she will encounter twists and turns on every journey. So, a sense of adventure, bravery, flexibility, humor, and a big picture perspective are her most vital tools. And that's exactly, I mean, you just did that move. You are on a journey. You are apparently on a spiritual as well. You started a channel. So, a lot of this is just really flowing right along. She never leaves familiar shores without them, without your vital tools. So take the time to befriend your journey and allow your current perspective to expand into the horizon of possibilities. Be courageous as you follow your ambitions. As a poet once said, we cannot discover new oceans without being willing to lose sight of the shore. So, this move that you just made, this business venture that you may be still contemplating, exploring the spirituality with your tarot channel, I'd say definitely you're on that beautiful journey, and um, it feels like you have the tools with you. And if you don't have certain tools that they require, um, I know that you're probably going to follow through and get them. So I can't be a cop or do CSI as I injured my back in a car accident. Oh shit. All right, honey. Yes, I'm looking at getting my real estate license and will be hopefully starting my real estate business soon after. So all this amazing journey you're on. Exactly. Um, just like the card says, making sure you have your tools, but you can fly above this and just um, let your heart guide you. You know, let your spirit guide you where you want to go. Just follow that. So very nice. I first need to go back to waiting tables or something else to get income to start my business with. Okay. I didn't know. Do you ever think about maybe going and doing psychic fairs or places in your area where you can, you know, if you get a DBA, doing business as, just a basic for I was just gonna say the Ren Fair. Where did that come from? But for places like Ren Fairs, where Colleen the Cool Crown, she reads at Ren Fairs, as part of her practice of well of her business, doing the spiritual fairs and everything. A basic DBA is usually enough for them to allow you to get a table and to be able to be able to give readings and such um, on weekends. So that might be something to look into. And so we have the other Tom. Hello, hello, you wordsmiths. We had a great show with Tom, Jeff, and I last night. So If you want, if you feel, drawn to, go back and watch the replay. Always a very insightful conversation. I love chatting with these guys. Um, and so, whoops, where's my comments? Bring them back, Heather. Alrighty. So next up is Judith. Let me just go and then start Amanda. And Judith says, yes, I would love a positive reading and poem for the rest of the summer, please. And thank you. And you are welcome. Ooh, and we have somebody new that I see. I would not know how to pronounce your name properly.
Acucena Correa. I don't know.
Acusina
Correa.
Well, namaste and welcome. Let's see, Tropical Empress. That's an idea I never thought about, Heather, but starting my YouTube channel was something I was looking at starting to go down the. There you go. All righty, girl. So we are actually, let me just put Judith back up there. And so I had to pull again because Judith, I got the Lambeth Walker again. And I also got the Phoenix, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck. But I take a little longer to write a poem, so I'm just going to mute myself and I'll give it over to Jeff.
I heard the first thing I heard when I read the question the way it was eternal optimism, but then I heard the words sabotage, and I'll tell you what I'm getting from the cards here. To me, you're someone that everyone can come to, and you are an empath. I think you take on other people's emotions. I don't want to go so far as to say you're a bleeding heart, but you've sacrificed some of your own emotional stability to preserve other people's. And I don't know if you're a healer in a physical capacity or maybe in a spiritual one, but it's at the point where now there's sort of this divergence. You want to go down a different path for yourself a little bit, where the emotional part of you is allowing the sublimation of some sort of goal that you have, meaning you're almost ready to walk away from it, either out of frustration because there's something weighing you down or dragging you down as far as trying to complete something or begin something. So I got the Queen of Cups upright for you. I got the Queen of Swords reversed, and then I got the Eight of Cups upright, which is just basically walking away. So I'm wondering if there's something along the lines of something that moves you to a point where you want to tend to it, grow it, explore it, see it through to its likely conclusion, even if it is risky. And maybe someone's discouraging you from it or has discouraged you from doing something like it in the past. And you don't want to take that risk. So bygones be bygones, and time is never a healer, for not enough of it is in place. And then you become the one who's the deceiver. The one that you're thinking of, the one that you wanted to be with, the time you could have spent with them, it's all gone under water, under the bridge. And now it's time to heal those wounds, not seal them. So I'm thinking that there's either children involved or children you've had to raise that have taken time away from something, and you don't begrudge them that because you're very maternal. But there's something about your caretaking style or ability that makes people cling to you. And I think it gets in the way of something else you're trying to do right now. That's what I have for you.
Alrighty, let's see. Did she have any message for you? No. Okay. So, Judith, I'll get to the poll first. Walking through the fires within your labyrinth of your dreams, hot coals warm to the touch underneath your shifting feathers and wings, lifting you above the fray. Night moves you into the light of a blossoming day. And that is that card that came out again, but I pulled an extra one. And that was the Phoenix. And so I'm going to focus on the Phoenix because the Phoenix is all about. Well, I'll just read this because her writing is pretty powerful. The woman in the fire is no longer a witch being burned due to fear, control, or power. The woman in the fire today is a phoenix whose regeneration alights us with dreams of what we still can be. You are born with transformation in your veins. The fire they used to burn us hundreds of years ago, and the myriad ways they have used force to suppress, annihilate, and burn your sovereignty into compliance right here, right now, is losing its heat. You and your ancestors have taken the fire they used to destroy and brought it forward as fire to transform. The witch doesn't seek retribution. She channels her rage, power, sadness, and brokenness into her life force, her creativity. She is a living transformation, unfolding her wings in the flames of change. Ooh, I like that. Flames of change. Don't seek stasis or passivity or comfort. Let it all burn. Burn with it to discover the indestructible philosopher's stone at the bottom of the alchemist's bowl. Ooh, I like that too. It is your soul, revealing its indestructible nature. Let this time of change shape your life to become the flaming legacy of your phoenix fire. And wow, that's really powerful. And I think that goes really well with the Labyrinth Walker because here it's like you've made it through the labyrinth. Labyrinths can be very confusing, trying to find our way, coming into dead ends, having to turn around, and they can cause confusion. They can cause anxiety. They can make us feel like we're lost with no idea of how to get out or one of way to get out. And I love how she just lifts up and out. And in this card here, it's through going through those trials, those tribulations, and making it to the center, and then being able to come out of it. That we find that transformation, that inner fire that we had to get us out of there, that inner strength, and just burning away what no longer serves you. When they say watch out about burning bridges, sometimes we have to burn those bridges because there's no way we want what's on the other side of that bridge to be able to cross back over. It's metaphorically just saying, okay, this is the end of one way of being, and this is the new. I'm no longer going to carry with me what no longer serves me, and yeah, burning those bridges, and then and warming yourself by the fire. That just popped into my head. So that's what I have for you, Judith. So thank you. And Jeff, words to ponder. Again, deep reading, sir. And so just grateful for that. And I was just talking about bridge, and then there's bridge. It's really interesting how some words keep coming into. I mean, I know people can say, technically that could, the probability, but still, I find that very interesting. Um, Foundation to help people become homeowners. Oh wow, that's something I would love to have. I would love to be a homeowner. And they make it really hard for people who are retired or on Social Security disability, low income, to be able to afford a home of their own. So all the more power to you, Amanda. If you can change lives that way, that's beautiful. Yep, I agree. Very good idea. Help those who most need it. And I feel so bad when I see homeless people. Yeah. And hello, Peace Mama. Thank you for being here. And let's say thank you, just going by literal meaning. Okay, so this is responding. Perfect, perfect. And so I didn't miss anything. Nope. All righty. And we have next one is a prompt from also Amanda called Skyfall.
You see what Judith said to you, Heather?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so spot on. Even though the pandemic was hell for all of us, it brought me to me. Thank you. I really appreciate your poem. Do you mind if I print that out and save it? No, of course not. Wow, no one's ever asked me that. so yeah, and for us, the pandemic was actually not difficult at all. We actually, aside from having to do the mask thing and whatnot, to it was just so very peaceful for Shannon and I. It wasn't busy. You can drive, and be in peace and not have to worry about people the way they drive nowadays, especially in this area. It was just these seemed more calm and more peaceful and more serene for us during our lockdown. So, but let me go find that word again. I believe it was okay. Skyfall.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh. It'll be interesting. So Amanda, for Skyfall, the card I pulled to go with it is the Harpy of Rage. So yeah, you don't want to mess with the Harpy. So Harpy of Rage. I'm gonna go ahead and mute.
Two of Wands.
Ooh, I like that. I like the colors and the design on that deck. That is really nice. So, Amanda, whenever I get prompts from you, it's like a poem that needs to be really reworked later on during the weeks. So if they feel expansive, the energy that I put behind the prompts or the cards that you get just feel really expansive. So I'm going to start with my poem, and then I'll read from the book because this book again is so thick and has so much information in it. So for Skyfall, I had sky falling, raindrops cleansing, thunder and lightning calling us forth, the rage within, wings to carry our cries, under winds to lift our sighs, a whirlwind of dust and decay, a cacophony of laughter, fear, and pain. The cloak of rain washes away the tears, refilling Mother Earth's inner wells, cradling us where we fell. So that's the poem that I have. Don't. Why are you being sorry? These are expansive. These are things that I can take so much further later on. This is what gets me up in the morning, gets me inspired to write. So thank you for that. But mine is the Harpy of Rage. And hello, oh, Karen. Karen has joined us. Hello, Karen. Talking about Virgos patterns. Oh, okay. So Virgo has to do with patterns. Interesting. Um, Alrighty. So the harpy of rage. Okay, rage can be purifying. Like the harpies of Homeric poems, rage can bring the storm winds that scour and wipe a landscape clean. While this may seem a destructive force on the surface, rage, like the harpies, can bring change and shift landscapes both internal and external. Quiet or loud, a wild howl or a hiss in the dark, anger is both purposeful and natural. So stop bottling it and and shoving it away in order to be pleasing. So this is like a collective message for all of us because bottling our emotions is not it's not healthy for us. Um, the most powerful witch, and again, woman in total control of herself. That's the deck I'm using. Um, the most powerful witch gathers her rage. Rather than shrieking into the wind where her passion can be swallowed, she will find a branch and settle into a position of power. Using her authority, she will choose her time and cry out her claim. She offers her anger to her art, her cause, her community, resulting in a rallying song of change. A witch pours her rage into her creativity, advocacy, and commitment. She's also willing to peck out and devour rage against her own self through the radical wings of self forgiveness. Oh, that's so beautiful. She's willing to peck out and devour rage against her own self through the radical wings of self forgiveness. Wow. And that's Angie Sullen's writing for this book. And this really kind of goes along with yesterday, with what happened yesterday with the rally and all. Um, a lot of people are, it's coming to a head, and a lot of people who have been, keeping things down, um, the energy's trying. It's just like everything has to let go. Everything has to be released. um, but instead of a violent or an aggressive way like that, it's turning that instead that passion, that anger, that rage into something creative, something extremely powerful, like art, a poem, a mural, a speech, something so that instead of harming ourselves or others, we take that power. That's where our free will comes in, where when we feel those emotions, we choose the way we act out on them. And for a lot of us, this could be through crying. This could be through sometimes, we if we have to scream in our pillows sometimes to get things out. As long as we don't go to turn that rage and anger on ourselves and harm ourselves, and just letting that fuel the creativity and feeling the change that you want to see, not just in the world, but within yourself as well. So that's what I have for that prompt. Thank you, Amanda.
Okay. So here was my card. Put into place were plans, a blueprint. Put into place were plans, a blueprint for a life where the rule book were commands, but they needed to be followed. But this treasure seeker was not one to borrow, or for that matter, borrow time. When rather than stand in line, he would cut the ties that bind, until one day the underbelly of society revealed itself as a hellmouth, where all the dispassionate and despondent souls in their drunken stupor and furor found camaraderie, and the day didn't just change to night. It was as if it were a time of the year where it didn't matter when one day began and the other one disappeared, until the sky turned purple and the love was for a man. But it was too late for him to come clean. The vision was too obscene. But you'd think the sky falling and the world ending would give strength to this lover's refrain.
Very nice. And Karen goes, "Is that Jeff's pen I hear?"
It might have been.
The mental
or my fan, more likely.
Well, yeah. Well, I have a fan going too, so it's been, even with a little bit of rain, it's still kind of like muggy.
It's still too gross. Yeah. Thank you, Fatima.
And Karen says, I had to social media detox today. Yeah, I get you. Oh, she gave us another prompt. Okay. I got that. Let's see. I can never do that. It's life I live through you. Oh, detoxing. Yeah. See, like what I was just saying with the card, with the rage and all, instead of turning that inward and letting those emotions harm ourselves or us to physically do something like that to ourselves or anybody else, or no, or to others. That's another creative outlet that Jeff uses. Is he gets onto YouTube, he posts cards, he shares his feelings, he does his poetry, and that's how he releases that rage and makes it into a productive and creative endeavor that's fulfilling for him, and can also help give a not a platform, but give a place for people to come and know that they're not the only ones that are in this, that they have people that they know that they're feeling the same way that they are, and they can find camaraderie, um, with Jeff and his feelings and with what's going on. So this is where our creativity takes us. Let's see, Heather, the meaning of the card is beautiful. I agree. We do need to release our emotions so they don't fester. Yeah. And something like that's happening again in my personal life with a family member, and it's just like I'm not going to go there. I am just not. Heather, I'm happy to hear it helps you. Aw. Yeah, because when she's like, I'm sorry for inspiring or something, it was funny because Tom came back, was like, don't apologize for inspiring people to write. So and Tom was sharing about Cornelius, or Mr. Agrippa. So I think I'm all caught up here. And it's okay to be a deep person. I totally get it. Karen says, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful poems. Okay, so early ritual, cool on Mr. Agrippa. And there's the Amanda. Okay, so I think I'm all caught up from up there. So Amanda is here. Hey, Mama Sushi, what's going on? Love to you and Aurora. And Amanda says, yes, I do love YouTube for that reason, and allows our creativity to come out. Yes, it does. And I did see the word. Where was the word? Oh no, man, I'm looking for your. Oh, there we go. Shoes.
Mm.
Actually, what popped into my mind is one of my favorite Eagle songs just before they broke up. Where are you going? It's a song's called Those Shoes. And it's one of the ones that I like. Is that one of their most known songs? But I believe that was off the I don't know if that was off Hotel California or Life of the Fast Lane, one of those, one of the very last ones. But alrighty. Well, you know Heather had to bring music into what music is life. So and again, if anybody would like a reading also with a poem, let Jeff and I know. And so shoot.
Or if you're writing poetry, share it.
Yes, I was gonna say. Thank you. So I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't been seeing any poetry in the chat tonight. Well, I know Miss Nancy can't because she's got her fingers full of chicken wings. So a little too sticky to be writing poems with chicken wing fingers. But yeah, if anybody else is sharing and writing, please do. Oh, basically the death card. So to go with the shoes, we got a lady with a very interesting hat. I have the Lady of Perpetual Rebirth, and to go with those shoes, she's got that hat. So there we go. And what did you get? Oh, Nine of Swords, kind of similar energy, a little bit heavier. Yeah. All righty. For rhythm is life, and life is rhythm. On the rhythm of the night. Oh. Yep, 90s music. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go and it's a little befitting because I did get the death card, and as I mentioned beginning of the show, I found out today that one of my favorite actresses passed yesterday. Shannon Doherty was, I loved her in Charmed, and Prue was always my favorite sister, and that was my nickname for a while when I was in my 30s. Um, and so I ended up picking the card. Um, oops, let me do this here. Okay, so the card I got is the Death card, Lady of Perpetual Rebirth. And I'm just going to say here, death comes for us all, but this isn't a death card. It's a rebirth card. It's an invitation to clean and clear out what needs to end in order to welcome the new. What ideas or beliefs have become waiting, overwhelming, outdated? What thoughts no longer fit you? What convictions cause exhaustion or illness when you embody them? Yeah, Fatima. She was extremely strong. Our Lady of Perpetual Rebirth is here to usher out the old and midwife the new. Pay special attention to your dreams. There are signs and symbols showing themselves to you right now that will indicate what needs to be loosened and released. The new vision, new awareness, new life that is circling you right now will also send out strong signals. Pay attention, listen, watch, observe. This is the time to let go of what no longer serves. So, whatever is heavy on your heart, grudges, hatred, it's not important. Release it, let it go. What really is important is living the gift that's the life of every day. It says here, a witch can welcome death with the same enthusiasm a moth displays when flying into fire. She hurls herself towards her own endings, knowing her next beginnings live inside the fire of her passion, the, the heat of longing calling her forward. I think she would have liked that last part, don't you? And so the poem that I have, I am the radiant sun basking in your moonlight. I am the air now that you breathe. I am the fire basking in your rain. Your death is a reminder to start each day as a promise of a gift. Life is about to unravel. May the power of three always set us free. And that's for Shannon. I've had some people say to me in the past, why do you get upset and cry tears over somebody that you didn't even know? But people forget that sometimes certain songs, shows, things help people through some dark times, and gives them strengths, and gives them, you know, an outlet. And for me, she was one of them that did that. And yeah, she fought to the very end, and Hollywood wouldn't even let her work. When they found out that cancer came back, she lost the SAG. People that give the SAG awards or whatever took away her health insurance, her work, everything. And what she went through, that's one hell of a strong woman. A much needed retribution. Click, teeth, grit, relief. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Tom's writing. Oh, Amanda, I left out shoes in that poem. Well, I can always add to the bottom. May the power three set us free and walk tall in those shoes. There. I fit shoes in there, Amanda. Let's see what Tom's got here. Yeah, they villainized her a lot. But she always stood up for herself. She wouldn't take any BS from anybody. Thank you, Amanda. I like all the polarities. Yeah, that poem was if people know the soundtrack, well, the song for the show was a remake from the Smiths. How soon is now? And the beginning of the song is, "I am the sun, I am the air," and then it goes on to, and so I started writing that, and then I started expanding on it, so I wasn't completely plagiarizing. Um, and peace, Mama. I love coming just to listen to the poetry from your spirits. Thank you both so much for opening up and allowing us to share in your hearts. Thank you, Peace Mama, for being here so that we could share that. I cried my eyes out when Tupac died. Yeah, a lot of people felt that too. I didn't. I had no idea though that you were into to rap music and to Tupac. That's amazing. See, I didn't care for him. Um, unfortunately, they said that he was a pimp and all, and for me, it was kind of, yeah, that was just kind of icky energy for me. But a lot of people spoke truth to power, and I can understand and respect that why you listen to them. Tom wrote, "Knight of Swords, shoes, click, 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 the echo bouncing off the vastness of the void, click, vigorous determination, awaited waiting, click, anticipating the action of a much needed retribution, click, teeth, grit, relief."
Sounds like
Wow.
Donald Trump getting shot. Click, re-click, reload, re-click.
Oh my
Click.
God.
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, I like that. Cool technique with the clicks. Yeah. Not that YouTube we condone anybody getting shot or wishing anyone harm,
Nothing to do
on this
with
channel and this video. And I could just see Boyd.
I'm
like,
gonna
just
go
sitting there
watch
going,
it back, Tom. I'm
going,
gonna go watch it back tonight and dissect the words and then try to find out how it does.
He's like,
How it
no, I can
does,
see him.
dude.
Nothing to do with that, Jeff.
And I'm gonna write an essay about it
Ooh.
on my channel.
And Karen said I had thought of a gun just then too, Jeff. So
Okay, so I'm not Jeff Anon. QAnon, Jeff Anon.
or Oregon Shore into J Anon, but then
I do read
it's just,
QAnon stuff. Yeah.
wow. Tom, that was cool. Simply beautiful, Tom. I love your style. Yeah, we're trying to get Tom to come on and join us and write too. But I think he's a little shy. Yes, I cried when Tupac and Biggie. Yeah. I don't know about the rumors. Dear Mama. Yeah, that was, I actually have one of Tupac's songs, California Living or California something. And Ellen used to play that sometimes during the beginning of her shows. I have that. It's just it's fun to dance to and bop up around and stuff. So yeah, that was a fun song that he did. But I love the rock classics and pretty much everything. Yeah, I listen to old school too. Hey, Ange, remember Public Enemy? Fight the power. Yeah. Let's see, Amanda. It truly may not personally know the celebrities, but it doesn't change the fact they are still people like us, and sometimes we get to know them in their personal life or what TV allows us. Yeah. So much wonderful memories. But yeah, I just want to look at. Oh, okay. I'm all caught up. All right, Jeff.
Okay, so
I'll
the
be
prompt
quiet.
was shoes. The prompt was shoes, and the Nine of Swords reversed. Every night before the alarm calls warning, I take off my shoes knowing they are my only pair in which I could walk those steps. Once I had to do it, they would fit, but the steps would hurt. Walk a mile in these shoes, not to do that might be a wiser choice. For this man doesn't need to watch the news to have his nose rubbed in the choices that skewered his mind and made him as a homeless man berserk. And yet I bitch about getting up and going to work.
Oh, just saying hello. Michelle, Marie, and Jonathan have joined us. The Boomer Mill is here. So
Hi,
thank
Boomer
you.
Mill.
So thank you for lurking. Peace Mama, I'm a poet. You all have given me a muse. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. And yes, California. Oh, I'm a California girl. Okay. Public Enemy. Yep. I didn't like them when I was younger. They kind of scared me. I'm like, I was just so used to the fun stuff growing up that when I started hearing them, I was like, whoa. But now I would rather, you know, now what's out there is whoa. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the genre anymore, except for the old stuff. Public Enemy was great. I mean, Flavor Flav was a little annoying with this damn clocks and his, but oh my God, did you ever watch that awful reality show, The Flavor of Love? Oh my
I
God,
wish
it was
I
the best.
had.
Oh man, yeah. Oh my goodness, Tom, your poem makes perfect sense. Now I miss the prompt with shoes, the click click of the shoes. Yeah,
Can't be friends with
clicking
them.
of the heels. Yep. I can't be friends with Heather anymore. Why? Because I said I liked Public Enemy. Because I don't like Fleet. What? Come
Yeah.
on, Tom. It's like, you know. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Star. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I vaguely remember. See, vaguely because I made sure I left that behind. um, Other Flair show was for the street. I don't know if we're thinking about the same one, but while the girls went on trying to fight for him and oh all the spin-offs following that show. Yeah. Um, but alrighty, let me go back and see. We had one more prompt come in, and that was from Fatima, The Sound of Silence. And we were just watching and the Professor Rock talking about one of Paul Simon's albums, and they were mentioning The Sound of Silence. Tiffany Paul, aka New York. Okay, yeah, I kind of remember her. I'm a reality TV junkie. Oh, really? Now that I wouldn't, Jeff, I would not have suspected that of Tom.
I wouldn't have either, actually.
Mm-mm. The only reality show that I enjoyed watching back in the day was and it was the very first one where they had the group of people living together in New York. There were like six different people, and it was a show. There was a black dude on there, young journalist. He became famous for a while. That got him and his journalism. They gave him a show on MTV. There was a young kid who was really cute. He had curly, long brown hair and brown eyes. He was a cutie. It's something New
The
York,
real,
huh?
the real world.
The Real World. Thank you.
Yeah.
The very first one. I remember some of that, but he was so cute. I watched it, I think, just for him. But yeah, The Real World. Yep. And that was the only one. I just couldn't really handle these
I
other
watched
ones.
up to about 6 or 7, or I think, and then I stopped. But I wish I had kept going with it, probably. But then I didn't anymore care.
And
But
I
I
will
watched.
admit, America's Next Top Model. I did enjoy watching
Yes,
that.
I
And
like
then,
Big Brother.
huh?
Big Brother.
Oh,
I like that. The retooled one. I made it up to New Orleans with Donnie. Yeah, I saw that
mm.
one too. I think that's as far as I might have made it too. I don't remember what number that was.
But I was always confused because America's Next Top Model, somebody would win. You would see their cover girl ad and everything. And then after that, it was like, well, where are they? They're not famous now. So it was like, almost to the point of putting yourself through that, and then and if you made it and you won, you had about 15 minutes of fame and then it was over. But I used to like watching the photo shoots and the makeup and the dress and the creativity around them. To me, that's what I enjoyed. um Next new season of Big Brother is this week. Oh boy.
It's starting again. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The power of veto and the diary room and all that shit. Yeah, yeah, it's a slop.
I love the singing contests like American Idol and America's Got Talent. I used to enjoy watching American Idol until the people that kept winning really shouldn't have been the winners in most of the cases, because other people, I mean, it, yeah. And then The Voice, we really loved The Voice. We were big on The Voice for quite a few years. But then it was just like people who really should have won or made it, just, it was just, I don't know, really, the voting just didn't seem right to me. And then after the person did win, again, like all these other shows, they had about 15 minutes of fame, and then boom, you didn't hear from them anymore, and they went back to basically almost doing what they had done before. So, but yeah, the very first season of The Voice was great. You had CeeLo Green, you had, the dude from, why can't I think of his name? The one from Maroon 5 that just had that thing last year, the year before, with the sex thing. They got him, Adam something, Adam Levine, excuse me. He got himself into a whole bunch of controversy and trouble. But you also had Christina Aguilera along with Blake Shelton. That was a great initial group. That really was. Drag Race. I don't have regular cable TV for Drag Race, but if I could, I would definitely watch that. I catch a few a little bit here and there. Um, I like to keep I like to keep you all guessing. Yeah. So catching up, Adam Levine. Yeah, he kind of got messed up there. What he was doing with his behind his wife's back. So, yep, YouTube, or we turn on our TV and we get the Tubby. Shan watches the Tubby or the Tubi, whatever you call it. I can't remember what was our Sound of Silence. Oh, I must say there is a show that I do like to watch when it gets over to America and people on YouTube can show it. It's a British one. It's called Port. Well, they do a portrait, but my favorite is Landscape Artist of the Year. And unlike America, the contestants are respectful of each other. It's a healthy competition. Um, People compete. They're called heats in the UK. The contest each weekly is called a heat, and it's like 6 different or so artists come together that they pick, and they take them to a location to paint the landscape and or portrait, and then each person wins, and then there's a wild card, and then at the end of the season, one person wins a commission for whatever national organization or landmark or something wants a painting created for a special upcoming event or to reflect a history. It's really beautiful. I love that. Oh, there's a Canadian landscape artist too. Oh, very cool. Very cool. And they have the portrait artist of the year as well. And of course, a lot of these people I don't really know, but one year, person won to paint Alan Cummings. That was a great. I was able to see all of that because of them being allowed to put that on. Ian McKellen sat for one. That was awesome. And a lot of other people that you really don't hear about because it's UK and not America. Um, who was the dude? That's saying, Woo Woo Pussycat, the one that everybody loves. He was like one of the original. I can't think anymore. Tom something. I can't think of his name. He was the ladies' man back in the 70s. Tom Jones, thank you. That's just amazing, the artists that are out there. Tom Jones, yes, thank you. Alrighty. So for Sound of Silence, I got the Trailblazer, and this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. It's all the animals from the woods and the wilds following her and welcoming her. The beautiful owl, she just glows, that beautiful halo. So it's all about the animals coming around her and her guiding them to safety. It's one of my favorite cards. I love this one. So, and hello, Garnet. Good to see you. Yes, Tom Jones. I never liked him, but he didn't do a bad remake of Princess Kiss. That was a little fun. I will give him that. And Kaylee has joined us. Hello, Kaylee. Kaylee, when are you coming back? Karen, when are you coming back to join us? Volume gone quiet. Because Garnet, we get quiet because we're writing poems. So we're going to be quiet for a while as we work to create them. Let's see. Hope I didn't miss anybody. And alrighty. So yeah, the sound of silence. Unless I went over my head. Yeah. And I hope you do poetry shows on your channel. Jeff and I would be happy to come over and help help you with getting yours going and doing poetry with you as well, if you'll have us. And yes, your life has been super busy with your Reiki practice. Oh my goodness, boy, Tom is getting inspired tonight. Somnia Tarot, The Fool, Sound of Silence. Okay. Excuse me. Chapel Perilous awaits, a leap into the abyss, engulfed by the loud, distorted noise, a pure and perfect silence, unknown and awe-inspiring, floating through a syrupy darkness, a sodium-enriched free fall into the mind, nails clawing and grasping, a pinhole of safety rushing. Tom, I wish I could relate that fast. Wow, I love that. Floating through a syrupy darkness. Sounds like a bottle of Coca-Cola. I just had one yesterday. I had my little treat. A sodium-enriched free fall into the mind. I don't know how to process that image. A salt-enriched free fall in the mind. Wow. Love your play with words. And hello, Bill's back. I was out walking the dog. So, okay, talking about the decks. Well, email me, Kaylee. Because I'll lose this. I'll forget. So, both Karens, I am using the original. Okay. I was thinking of a float tank. Oh, okay. Very cool. I would love to be in a float tank. And Amanda, everyone is talking about sodium lately. Yeah, well, Shan's got to watch his. A lot of foods are just so full of sodium and sugar. And so, alrighty, Jeff, why don't you go first?
I treated this as the four. It's the Four of Swords. I mean, the Four of Wands, but it's the Four of Wands. It was the Four of Wands reversed. So, White House upside down. The seat of power kept warm. 8 years will do that, even if the man is too old and worn. Lobbyists look him in the eye, but part of his getting older means they have to realize they can take full advantage because he's no longer culpable when he can't tell a truth from a lie. So public sentiment can't be bought, but the bully pulpit isn't being used as it should be. If you want to know the sound of silence, take a look into either candidate's eyes and look at their soulless demise.
Soulless demise. Yeah, a lot of them don't have a soul.
Don't have a soul.
A lot of them sell it to get in there, or they don't realize they have to sell it until they get in there, and then by then it's too late. So if you're talking about salted margaritas, the only time I use salt was in my water today to help it boil it faster. Someone says, I don't see Amanda Sushi in chat. That's probably because she might be in, unless she left, but she might be in Jeff's, but I don't think Jeff just shook his head no. But she's got a baby. She might have to run back and forth to take care of the little baby Sushi. But yeah, there used to be this place. They closed during shutdown. broke my heart to hear about it because they had the best chocolate martinis I've
Mm.
ever had. I mean, they were milk chocolate martinis. They were like almost $10 a pop, but all you needed really was just one. Tom says, "I like that one, Jeff."
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah. It's like when you said they can't even like look them in the eyes, and they know that. Yeah, it's like once you get me going, Heather won't stop, so she's going to. There she is. Jeff is calmer probably and trying to put baby to sleep. Yeah, she's trying to put baby to sleep. I mean, no one is there. Okay. Alrighty, so what I had was the Trailblazer. I'm just going to go ahead and put me on the so people can see the card again. I love this. She's got a wolf, she's got a fox, she's got a lion, she's got a lioness, um, some other animal. I don't know what that is, and an owl. You know, and she's called the Trailblazer. So I'm going to read the poem first, and the prompt was of course Sound of Silence. So within the woods, a silence fell. All that could be heard was the sound of her penetrating heartbeat, wild and animalistic. She drew them in under the magic of moonlight. Medicine woman, sage woman, the owl gave her power of insight. And the Trailblazer is all about. This is a pioneering moment. In order to chart where you're going and empower the path making, you must know your place. Only when you know your deservedness and embody your inherent value, excuse me, can you move with the confidence and radiance required to create your own path. So, um, I like this. Stop looking for the footprints of those who have gone before you. Don't sell for how it's been for others. Blaze your own trail, or else follow in their demise. We need a trailblazer. We really do. We need someone to come in and help take charge of things and get things back together. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, Fatima. It's really lovely. So I think we're at 9:43. Um, we're getting prompts. I think there might have been one more. Did I? Yes. So one more, and then we'll end the show.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to. But I figure this would probably take us to 10 o'clock. So alrighty. And so it's Amanda. She's full of prompts tonight. It's better than being full of shit, right, Amanda? She's full of prompts. Stillness of the night. When I saw this, I immediately thought of the White Snake song. And the still of the night. I'm like, no, not in this. It's the stillness of the night. But still, that was a great song from the 80s. And Tom, I don't want to hear a damn thing in chat. Yes, heavy metal. I was into White Snake. But they do play Here I Go Again too much. They don't play enough of the other stuff, the other classics. Did I run out of room on my piper? There we go. Good night, Fatima. Love you. Mwah. Thank you for joining us. Curious. Oh, here we got a question from Karen, Jeff. Who do y'all think is the trailblazer of the major arcana? To me, the trailblazer would be the Fool.
That's what I think too.
Because the Fool is the one that's ready to go out and start a new life, not afraid to take that leap of faith and, you know, go on and explore the world, on his own. So for me, that's what comes to mind would be would be the Fool card, and a Trailblazer. I know this is going to be kind of weird, but the Hanged Man could also be the a Trailblazer, because once he comes down or she comes down from her tree, because of that new perspective they gained from being in that, being hung upside down, to gain that different perspective and different insight, that would give them, a new way of looking at things, to maybe continue moving forward again on a different path, on a different journey than what had, previously been before as well. So it could be the He-Man. Amanda says Empress, creative birthing energy. And Karen says, my theory is the Fool blended with the Chariot. There you go. The Chariot as well. And yeah, definitely the Chariot makes sense. But for me, that Fool, I still hate the word the Fool. I will still say it. I prefer the Seeker. Someone who's seeking life's mysteries, or seeking the meaning of life. I don't, the connotation for me for the word Fool is like, I'm nobody's fool. There we go again. The music again. If anybody remember, 86 Cinderella, nobody's fool. Um, but yeah, nobody wants to be somebody's fool. So for me, it's, to me, there's too much of a negative connotation for me personally, with the word the Fool. I like the Seeker. I like, the journey. Um, People have suggested like a neophyte or something. A lot of that just sounds, for me, I like the Seeker. Seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, seeking to understand the way the universe works, and seeking to understand your place, you know, in the universe as well. And Amanda says she has always, yep. See, I'm not the only one. The Fool just doesn't do it for me. Instead of the Fool, how about the Trailblazer? Something similar to the fact where, oh boy, Kaylee jumped right on that. In the stillness of the night, a whisper can be a yell, a scream to be heard in the deafening hell. And yet, the stillness of the night allows stars light to reach below onto the waves of a murmuring stream or freshly fallen snow. I like that. That's pretty, Kaylee. I like that. And let's see. We got the Selkie. I can't remember again what the last one was. Stillness of the night. Duh. righty. So, what do we got here? Curiosity lengthens the path for sure. I agree. The flow. Alrighty. Let's see. Tom. 2 of coins. Stillness of night. If I cross my eyes enough, the fullness becomes doubled. The reflected glow bathes me in its light. A balance anchored in the still, cool air. A moment that I wish would last forever, but is far too fleeting in this scheme. I tried to be less angular and abstract with my words. um, just be you, boo. Um, where's this? If I cross my eyes enough, the fullness becomes doubled. Huh. Yes, Heather just crossed her eyes to try to see what Tom was writing about. The reflected glow bathes me in its light. I love that. A balance anchored in the still, cool air. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Oh, and Miss Nancy's still here. Yeah, that's very nice too, Tom. I pulled a card. I didn't even open the book to look at it, see what it said. It's the Selkie, and the Selkies are Celtic lore, and I know Tori Amos has written a song about the Selkie. But it says here, legend tells of the Selkie, a shape-shifting woman seal often seen off the coast of northern Scotland, who can shed her skin by moonlight and dance upon the shores. Fishermen were known to catch the seal-made skin in order to keep her pinned to the land, captured as bride, preventing her return to her true skin and soul home, excuse me. So, to reclaim your soul skin in this current legend you're living in, you must let go of the good girl pelt you were raised to wear. This means getting comfortable with letting people have their own ideas about who you are so that you can develop the freedom to be what is most natural to you. Toss off all that no longer fits you and dive deep into the places where your soul feels most at home. Let go of old demands you put yourself under to be the good girl, the good friend, the good daughter, the good wife, the good mother. Shed the pelt of expectation. I like that. Shed the pelt of expectation. Demand and approval, including your own. The witch you are becoming will cost you relationships, spaces, comfort, security, and convenience. Choose her over everything. And the poem I wrote, not really resonating with the card, but this was fun because that made me think of that song and took me back to my late teens and early 20s. And I wrote, in the stillness of the night, I would lay in my bed with notebook and pen in hand and write of unrequited love you so softly declined. And when the words turned to lust, my secrets fell upon the pages, a mix of glitter and dust. Rain fell hard upon a wooden attic roof, attic roof, and I painted my joy and pain on cotton tooth. And that's what I have. What you got, Jeff?
Um, I had the Knight of Cups, and it was reversed. She who lies in wait, she who lies in state, the Zephyr's seduction plays host to dreams you never knew could be had, much less, if not to come true, they'd be laid to waste. You never settled for second best, but this thrust untested may be the push and pull bedside underneath the moonlight still of the night will come his mouth watering dessert of flushing, of pulsing so tight, I'll know if it's right.
Wow, kind of looked in the yeah, but brought back a little bit of lustfulness tonight. I'm almost afraid to put up bills. Let's take a look here. Stillness, Disturbed by dark thoughts, manifesting double dreams, the orange-haired orangutan blown out of mirror shoes on the floor. The sins of a life were reflected back into a dark soul. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. Bill Maher was mentioning once before, a few years back, or quite a few years back, that he made a joke against him, saying, well, if you can prove that, something to do with an orangutan, and he actually went out of his way and got a paper proving that he wasn't an orangutan and expected Bill Maher to pay him the $1 million. I mean, it just. So every time I see orangutan, I think of Bill Maher. Wow. I say we continue this for another hour, slackers. Yes, Nancy, her fingers are busy eating chicken wings. Okay, so Amanda, by Moonlight, also known as Our Menstruation, in my opinion, by Moonlight. Yes. And watched the movie with my son. Oh, that's wonderful. And everyone's saying hello back to Nancy. Love. Okay, let's see. Lies in wait, lies in state. God damn. Yeah, I like that. That's why you're smiling. Okay. I don't know. Or maybe me. I don't know. Mic drop early. Oh, I'm a little slow tonight, guys. I got hit with a migraine too today, so my brain's a little funky. Oh well, we are all caught up, and it's 10:01. So, and I'm hearing fireworks again. God, people, it's like over a week now. The 4th of July is over. Oh boy.
It's Bastille Day.
Oh, is it? Hello, Karen. Did my other poem get flagged by the system? It had no bad words in it. Bill, what are you? I only saw the one and I just read it, Bill.
Bill, you need to rename it 999 ASMARTYR Tarot for Donald Trump. 999 temporarily ASMR Tarot. AS Martyr Tarot.
I mean, Bill, everything that you have written that I have seen in chat, I've shared. So
Bill is fast. I'll say that, though. We might have. Yeah.
I don't know.
Do things automatically get flagged? That's weird.
No, this is the one that I saw, and I read that. We just read that.
Come to think of it, had that happen. I have.
You got to remember too, we're not looking at the screen; we're writing. So if chat jumps and I can't get back up there fast enough before they cut things off, I'm looking at Karen. Curious, what do y'all think about Trailblazer?
Bill.
The farthest, but I can go back is I like that one, Jeff, from Tom. So that's as far back as I can go. Nancy's like, I'm okay with another hour. It got flagged then. I don't know. I didn't see anything. And if it's getting flagged, then that's telling you something, Bill. Remember, now, it's my channel. Let's be respectful. There are some things that, it did get flagged.
It did get flagged. Oh, okay.
Well, so people still want us to. How do you feel? Do you want to go and do a few more, or do you want to go and get ready for work, or get ready for bed?
Go and do more. Yeah.
Do more. All right, come on, Tom. You're calling us slackers. Come on.
It's gotten plenty of filth through, so I don't even know how bad it could have been.
Yeah, well, Bill likes to try to get under my skin with stuff. So Listen, little bro, I think I'm older than you.
It won't let me.
I'll put you in a timeout. See, I'm not funny like Tom, where you can come up with a couple of hours from now. I'm like, oh, that would have been funny if I said that to Bill. But Tom, he'd be just like, you know. See, I'll get down your mannerisms too, Jeff. I mean,
YouTube likes me. Bill, I mean, Tom, YouTube likes me. That's why it got through.
This is disturbing you. I don't know what is, but you know. Come on, Tom, you're calling us
now
a slacker.
I feel bad for Bill.
I don't.
Bill, is it in Jeff's chat? Yeah, maybe it's over in mine. Let me go look.
Maybe it's but I get to see Jeff's though.
Oh, okay.
Because he's simulcasting, so. So yeah. Bill likes likes to try pushing my buttons. Ain't gonna happen. So come on, Tom. You're calling a slacker. Throw us a prompt. Nancy, throw us a prompt. Or if somebody wants a reading that we can pull a card on and write a poem to go with, we can do that too. Do. Do you want me to ban Bill? Nah. If need be, I'll be happy to do it. No. What is it that we were talking about the other night? I'll just have you send one of your, was it called Agradors or Agragors? What was the word in chaos magic?
Magician, chaos magician.
Is it they're called Agragors or Agradors? Weird. Tarot Stash. Gerald was joking with us one night, and you were saying, "Well, my Agragor can take care of your Agragor," something like that. See, he says, "There we go."
There's our prompt, servitor.
Yep. Servitor. Well, we have mystery.
We have Skybird. We have Egregor.
We have servitor and Skybird. You're just writing the right word in there, Egregor. I don't know if this is meant to be a prompt, but okay, no, I see. That's not a prompt. The servitor. It was just him letting me know which one was the right one. I get so confused. There's got to be so many things. Bill Horner in the corner. Just kidding. This is family vibes now. Oh, God, Karen. Oh, so we have mystery. And we have Skybird. So we can do separate ones or we can put them together. No, I think I'm going to do mystery separate. I just got to go grab some more paper. I will be right back. Oh, that don't look good. Oh my God, we both disappeared. Huh? Wait a minute. I was like, oh shit, what did I do? Did I hit the wrong button? Malfunction. What? My words? Yeah, my words are not a prompt. Yeah, that's what I had to stop for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh man, if I was a moderator, I would put him in timeout. Or as we used to say back in the day when we all first met, at least some of us, on Nasty Women, with Lisa and Sharon from Strawberry Rhubarb. People who were getting a little too naughty they were put into the naughty corner. And then one night it was like half the chat was all in the naughty corner. Alrighty, mystery. Life is a mystery. What did I flash on the screen? This is one of my artworks. They disappeared. It's a mystery. There's your prompt, disappear. Everyone must stand alone. No, a message from Jeff to me. I'm confused. I walked away and I come back and the chat's it's a mystery. Tom, did I flash something? No, just my cam. See, this is one of my a little mini section of one of my artworks. This is one of my watercolors. Yeah. Let's see, early. No. Message from Jeff to me, or is he psychically sending me notes? No. Now? I don't know. Huh. Anyhow, so, mystery. I got the judge. Not Judge Judy, but the judge. Again, can't really see because of the freaking gloss. Note to deck creators, not so much gloss. The artwork is pretty enough. So I'm just going to go back down to here and mystery. So I'm just going to read a little bit about the judge. And where did I put her? I put her back into the deck. I did. So 21. She is a mistress of her own power and she lives in you. Now is the time to call on her. Her message is trust yourself. So this is about self-trust, listening to your feelings, your convictions, your experiences, your inner knowings. All this is enough. The judge asks you right now, who is the ultimate judge of your worth and well-being? It should be you. It should not be spouse, kids, a boss, a friend, a lover, family member. Expectation. She mentions church, school. So is it old beliefs, handed down, outdated thought? Is it a society that demands your conformity? A witch knows that the ultimate authority is herself, and therefore she devotes a significant amount of time, or him, or there's a she in all of us, down there again, amount of energy listening, tending, and growing the relationship with that self. She is the ultimate judge, listening to all the various voices, thoughts, and opinions, both in her head and in her circle. And when I saw the word in your head, all I could hear was the Cranberries. The song from Zombie. In your head. Dismissing whatever insults her soul. I like that. Whatever, dismissing whatever insults her soul. I think I might start off with that. Now is the time to consult the authority in you and allow yourself to embody her value. Don't shrink from others. You are a galaxy with stars hidden in your skin. Trust yourself. Great message. So, mystery. Should I do a haiku? Let's see, I think Kaylee also wrote something, so I'm going to share that. Enough banter, need to write. And yes, your brain is functioning fine, Jeff. No worries, Tom said. All good. I think they may put extra gloss to help protect the images, maybe. Yeah, but that's a bit too extreme. It's like, boy, got more gloss on it than a... Oh, Heather, don't go there. That would be a bad joke. Shadow overhead. Is it branches? Is it wings? Hurtling forward, mind searching, heart racing. In my ear, a message rings. Run, little child, toward that edge, the greatest fall. Will you fly like the sky bird or plummet to the mysterious dark below? Ooh, nice, Kel. So you mixed both together. Is it? Oh, I had that picture come forward for me. It's a painting of a Byzantine empress. I had a past life as one, and when I saw it, I instantly connected to it. Oh, this one, Kaylee? Very cool. Yeah, this kind of makes me think of not just the Justice card in the tarot, but it also has elements of the Chariot because of the two Sphinxes on both sides, which I think is also an element of Golden Dawn as well, Tom, if I remember correctly. Yes, Spirit said yes, Heather. I just saw a bright white spirit orb appear in front of me. Ooh, very cool. I used to be able to see them on my screen, but they haven't come around in a while. What's the prompt? Oops, good question. Mystery. And someone also suggested Skybird, but I'm doing mystery. Okay, so here we go. Vertigo Tarot, Ten of Swords, mystery. There is no mystery. The slashes across my back, razor thin licks, 9 tails of atonement. There is no mystery. The function of pain. Ouch, God, Tom. Whew. I immediately got that image from the Da Vinci Code where Silas was doing a self-flagellation and his whole back was just covered in all those cuts and slices and oh my God, what a horrible thing to see. So I that totally painted that for me. I knew exactly what that looked like. Avoidance in concept but not execution. Furious, frenzied, and fortuitous. At whose hand? Ooh, that's interesting. And Bill, I hope I don't get banned from YT for that poem. I'm starting to get paranoid. I'll probably have a panic attack later. Don't have a panic attack, Bill. Breathe. Get something to eat like Jeff. Get grounded. Relax. So for me, it just came out really quickly. Mystery unto yourself. Dreams, goals, inspirations. Put on a shelf. Know thyself. And I think I read the judge already. Yes, I did. So that is what I got for that one. Short but sweet. I'm feeling like I need to eat something too. Getting a little loopy. Amanda said, Jeff didn't offer us anything to eat. How rude.
That's why I went.
Yeah, that's fine. She's just having fun. I ran out to grab some water because I was like, I was spraying up like cat balls. Fur balls, not cat balls, fur balls. Now you both are making me feel guilty for pushing you to stay on. Nah, you're good. It's my dinner time. Ooh, hope you're having something yummy to eat, though. I'm teasing you, Jeff. Yes, he knows that, sweetheart. We had rotisserie turkey loin a little while ago, and they put like spices or something on it. And man, those are just kicking back up on me tonight. Oh, let's see. Skybird. The Skybird sounds like a Stevie Nicks song. I know she had a song called Nightbird, but Skybird feels the same thing. It's the same too. Oh, and speaking of Stevie Nicks, Barbie released a version of Stevie Nicks looks nothing like her. They included the picture on the box of her wearing her top hat. They didn't even put a top hat in the box. They gave her a little plastic um, tambourine, excuse me, black dress, like a little piece of black dress, a couple of fringe and black boots. $196? I don't think so. Yes, we are doing Skybird. What was that in the movie V? The visitors offered people up for dinner. Oh God, yeah, I didn't watch that when I was younger, but I believe it. You're being flagged as spam. But Jeff, that's what you wear. Jeff, Bill, that's what you wear on your hat. So they're going, oh, look, it's spam. And you got the spam on it. Ooh, the songstress. And I was just talking about Stevie Nicks. I cannot make this shit up. I said Skybird made me think of a Stevie Nicks song. And what do I get? The songstress. God. Which member of Fleetwood Mac did they give her as an accessory? It's just her in her box, but that, it just pissed me off. They had this beautiful box, this picture of her, all up, with her top hat, and then they didn't even really do the hair that well. There was no top hat. It was just like it was like a regular little Barbie box, looked like a basic Barbie doll, and they slapped $196 on her. And I'm like, no, mm-mm. I have a Bewitched doll that cost me only 50, and she's got her broom, she's got her hat, she's got the dress. It's perfect.
Okay. I don't know any birds other than sky birds. You think flamingos count? That's absurd. Then walk among us. They walk among us, but they can't soar to the heights of ascension. Readers want them to get into the fifth dimension. Thanksgiving Day, Skybird, you better know I'm coming for you with a knife in one hand and a fork to shove up your ass in the other. Because of what you speak right now, you're a damn fool.
Wow. Yep. Thanksgiving's in November. Whose turkey are we serving up for dinner that holiday season? Stay tuned. I didn't get very far. I think it's just because I'm all wonky now from doing this for a few hours. But I got the songstress, beautiful, and the card and the little poem that I got. I mean, this is going to be a really lovely poem down the road. But I have a skybird sings its song to the lady of the moon, its tune causing her to blush, and stars to twinkle a light. The songstress glides on the crystalline tones, and that's where, as far as I got, I could not. Because next thing I heard is shoving up your ass. I was like, what? I'm like, okay. So that will definitely be reworked. Some of these will definitely, and I noticed that like the one I read tonight or before, there were a couple that I've been actually combining. So multiple prompts and readings are I find later on fit really nicely together. And so Kaylee had to go. So uh, Betty, bye for Kaylee. Thank you for dropping by. And Nancy was like, Jeff, well, I am speechless. That's definitely a Jeff poem. Yes, it is. See, Tom, using Vertigo Tarot, the Emperor Skybird, steel bone feathers, a carcass carrion, a predator of everything and all things, watchful and exalted, pressure cooked radiance, whimper and wallow in fear induced awe, but a secret longing of this earth bound mound. Okay. I'm processing. I mean, some of you guys just blow me away with what you come up with that fast. And that play of words, a carcass carrion, a predator of everything and all things, watchful and exalted. Pressure cooked rate. I'm not sure I understand what the pressure cooked radiance. Whimper and wallow in fear induced awe, but a secret longing of this earthbound mound. I'm not sure what, but hey, Shan says mine are cryptic, so very cool. Walter de la Mare, I like his poetry. Okay. And yeah, Jeff liked that one. Jeff never disappoints. No, he does not. The Taming of the Shrew is a good one, Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. Nancy's interesting, Tom. And even Tom says, I'm still processing it too, to be fair. Sometimes I've looked back in my books and you can tell I'm just like free flowing it down. And I look back going, wait a minute, where did that come from? And I'm looking at it and I don't understand it. She's like, that's because you're cryptic. But then I look back and go, but so sometimes it takes a while for us to sit with something and kind of figure out where it's coming from. And sometimes we don't even have to know where it's coming from or what it's supposed to mean. If that's what came out and that needed to come out at that time in that fashion, and then formed and created that way, you know. So be it. Well, we are at 10:30, and y'all, I don't have an extra half hour in me. I gotta take my medicine for the night, and I gotta eat something and get grounded. Yeah, I write very free form. Sometimes I have a viewpoint I start from, other times I don't. Yeah. Sometimes I'll just hear a word or something will pop in my mind, and I'll start off with it. And Amanda says, yes, I have done that too. I will write something but not understand it at first. For me, sometimes I never understand it at all. And recently, something I was copying from old books into one, I'm like, what the hell was this about? And then I had to sit and I went, oh, my friend's wedding. Gotcha, Heather. It was a while, and I'm like, yeah, at least I remember to write the year down on that. And I'm like, what is this? And so, yeah, unlock the mystery. Yes. And, ooh, Karen has one. A billowing portal door opens in the clouds. Shades of lavender, slate, and indigo are pierced by a milky, beaming light. I can see where to enter, but the how eludes me. Only my soul holds the key to unlock this mystery. Wow, I like that, Karen. A billowing portal door. I like that. Shades of lavender, slate, and indigo. But I like that are pierced by milky beam. I thought you were gonna say pierced by the Milky Way, but milky, yeah, very nice. Cloud scrying, yeah. I always state, yeah. Sometimes I'm bad. I'll be like, oh no, I remember when I wrote this, and then later on, I was like, oh shit, which Sunday did I write this? I was like, thank God we got video recordings. I can go back and replay them and try to figure out which one. Um, and Tom says I should save these, but I guess I can always just come back to the live. Yeah, I mean, or say, yeah, they'll be here. Um, Me, I write them down. I've gone through so much paper. I've had to apologize to trees profusely lately, because since Jeff and I've been doing this on a regular basis now, it just keeps coming every morning. I'm wanting to write. I'm wanting to write. Let's play with this. What can I do with that? Oh, look at this word. And then when I go to find a synonym, there's a great website called Word Hippo, and you can put any word in. They give you they give you the verb, the noun, the adjective. They can give you the definition. They can give you words that rhyme with. I mean, it's just a really great resource. There's ads, but it's not like when you go on some others and then they're just popping up all over in front of on top of the words, and you're trying to click and get them off. They stay to the side and you just have the full view. And I've been coming across some words that I'm like, oh, this can spice up some poetry a little bit. Um, I did that with a lot of music. I like to create temporary things that only exist in the moment.
Mhm.
Very cool. Tom, I write them in my notes app and copy paste. For me, I feel like it's like I've tried to type and do that, but for me, it's like I have to physically feel a real pen, feel the paper. It's just how I connect with my writing, and so I try to do anything where I take away that and just tap or type or yeah. I find best that I when I write. Um, wow, I will have to check it out. How they think? Yes, called Word Hippo, HIPPO.
Yeah, I
Like
do
how many?
use notes too. That's where I have my whole manuscript. For my last book, it was on here. It's insane, but I love doing
Yeah,
it that way.
yeah. Some of us all
We're all
whatever
different how
helps
we
us.
want to do it.
Let's see. I write directly in the chat. Oh, okay. Dylan Thomas, do not go gently into that night. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that just jumped when I clicked on that. Jesus Jeff. Okay. Or Jesus Jones. Remember Jesus
Jesus
Jones?
Jones.
Right here, right now. You would think back then, watching the world wake up from history, and we're still not. It's like, come on, that was almost 30 years ago. How long does it take for you to wake up? I mean, come on now. Some of those songs, it's just amazing how they came out in the 80s, 90s, even sometimes earlier, and we're still dealing with the same shit, all these years later. Yep, right here, right now, like my poems. So did he write another one? Is that the Mary Chain
I'm
or
asking
something?
Bill because I guess it was in my chat. I thought I heard
Oh,
someone say, I think it was Tom, that it was in my chat, but I can't find it yet.
and Matt says, yes, sometimes I need paper and a pen to write. Every now and then I will use the notes app too. But it's like I always got to have a pen and paper around because you never know. And sometimes what drives me nuts is I'll be driving and I'll listen to a song or something on the radio and a lyric or something. I'll hear and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I got to write that down when I get home. And by the time I get home, I'm like, shit, because I'm driving. I'm not going to, and I forget it. So Jesus and Mary Chain and are a great band. Yeah, they were on the I think the first Crow soundtrack, if I remember correctly. Yep. So 10:37. I do need to go, guys. I need to eat and get ready for bed and take my meds. So Jeff, you got anything pre-planned scheduled? I know you've been doing a lot of pop-ups during the day, but anything still with Tom this week?
I do have, I have tarot pairs with him on Tuesday. Something coming up with Twisted Sushi on the 26th, but I don't remember what day of the week that is. It might be a Sunday. Actually, Thursday?
No.
This week.
No, the Thursday was the 25th is our show with Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Ramon,
and then the next
and then
day.
Friday, it'll be a Friday.
Yeah,
the
day after hers. Yeah, or after yours. But that's it. I don't have anything else planned yet.
But he will definitely be popping up.
Of course.
During the week, of course. Because you never know when the hits are going to come or the inspiration for a poem. So Amanda says, thank you for the poetry show. I really loved it. Well, thank you for the wonderful prompts, everybody. You can always do your own show. Yeah, Tom. Well, yeah, we're trying to coerce Tom, but even Tom said, I'm lazy. He admitted to us message. I'm lazy. I'll get to doing stuff eventually. But nah, he works hard. He's got a home and a wifey and fur babies to look after, including himself. And Karen says, night, everyone. Thank you, Heather and Jeff. Y'all are poetry peace tonight. Yeah, that was awful. You can tell Heather's getting wonky. Amanda, the secret to life is to make everyone else do the hard part. Oh, see, he's got to come up with these little things, these little memes or something, or book. You know how people.
But it's true though.
Yeah, just go out and people will eat them all up. So the secret to life is to make everyone else do the hard part. Yeah, that would be, I could get behind that. So, all righty, everybody. I will be back tomorrow, Monday evening, 5:00 with Miss Nancy for our Divine Feminine readings. We'll be discussing the Shekinah, feminine energy. And do I have my calendar with me? Do I have coming up this week? Okay, so on this coming Thursday, on the 18th, Viviani and I are going to be doing animal totem readings and messages from animals. So that will be this Thursday. And, I'll be doing something during the week, maybe with Ramon, maybe Insomniac Tarot or Lenormand or something. So, yeah, stay tuned. And Amanda says, I might do a surprise pop-up live soon. Well, hopefully I'm up and awake for that, Amanda. I will definitely pop in. Karen should do her live unboxing now. See, I am working all the angles right now. Yes, you are. my goodness. Yes, Garnet. So sharing all of his favorite writers and writings. So yes, everybody, again, thank you for joining Jeff and I, and everyone have a good night, and we'll see you at one of our next shows or in chat. Have a great rest of your night and have a great week ahead. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.